Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about the challenge, season 35, episode 19, the final reckoning. I'm like, OMG, it's going down. We got them playing the trivia. The trivia is crazy. They're gonna get shocked by like 7,000 votes or maybe 720 votes. You know, like a curtain, like a thing. I'm like, oh my god. And they, so they're using, electricity answering the questions. So guess who wins that challenge? None other than, Sylvia and Gosh. And they're really showing up. They're really playing. They really are showing up today. Gosh and Sylvia are winning the most important, challenges there is to make sure they stay in the game and they stay safe and people cannot vote them out. So they play the trivia, what's her name? You got Hunter and Ashley. Ashley's really getting upset and she's really getting mad. She's going in at Natalie. She's mad at Natalie. She's mad at, she's not really that mad at Cara or Marie, but she's really mad at Natalie and she can't stand the sight of her. And I thought Johnny Bananas and Tony was going to pull it off, but no, it did not happen. Hunter and Ashley could have possibly pulled it off, but Ashley ended up getting upset and getting mad because they sent her in to get shocked when she sent people in to get shocked, and she could have answered that last question. There was a lot of easy questions. That trivia was easy. And so, Ashley's part is that she gets emotional. She's a good player, but she gets emotional. She gets all out of her game because she gets all wacky and all out of control. She get all frustrated. She get all psycho. She get all crazy. And she get all discombobulated where that she forgets that she's there to win $1 million. And she needs that $1 million. And she forgets that she's there for that. And you have, Cara and Marie trying to ski by. They're hoping that everybody will go after Johnny Bananas and Tony, and so they can stay safe and everything, but it doesn't happen. and we have Paulie and actually Natalie, they did pretty good in the trivia too as well, but then, Natalie didn't even know like the prime minister. She didn't know a lot of shit was going on. Paulie seems like he's more smarter than her, and Marie surprisingly did good at, she did so far so good at the, shocks. I don't know what I would do. Like, they kept getting shocked. I wonder if that shit looked like it hurt it. It looked like they were scared. I was like, OMG, it looked crazy. But so then we get down to like voting, and people trying to be strategic. They're trying to use strategy. They're trying to make sure that they don't get voted in. So they're trying to switch up the votes and not vote for the people they think they're going to vote for. But it don't matter. We get to Armageddon. And Cynthia and Gosh are safe because they won. And so Cynthia and Gosh put their vote towards, Johnny Bananas and Tony. So they go in. And guess who else voted for them was Paulie and Natalie. And Paulie and Natalie was surprisingly ready. They was ready for the shit. They was ready for it. And they was like, they probably could have made a mistake by actually voting for Johnny and Bananas, because then, they would have to face him because they're going to possibly call them up. And they're possibly, an easy team to call up. Johnny and Tony would think they're an easy team because they do have a female. But, Johnny Bananas feels really disappointed because he just thought him and Natalie had some type of connection. But Natalie was like, nah, I'm going with the team. Like, because Natalie went towards Bananas' way. She went against Nelson. She went against a lot of people for Bananas. But he did help her too as well. But then she was left out there hung to dry. And then the way he put it out there, like he slept with her. And just how he got with Angela. So she feels embarrassed. She feels a certain type of way. And I thought Paulie and Natalie were actually going to be supporting Bananas and Tony, but they're not. They didn't come in there supporting nobody. Only person that Paulie supporting is actually, Cara, because him and Cara, we heard that Cara Marie was doing a dirty dude. They was going pat. That's what, Sylvia did in her confessional. She was like, don't let them trick you. Don't let them fool you. They was doing more than that back there. And Paulie has a girlfriend. So how you get him is how you lose him. But then again, like if you are in this competition, and I don't know how many months they're here, but we got all these damn episodes, it's going to be hard not to flirt with somebody or do the nasty with somebody that you're constantly around, that constantly share your fears, your thoughts, and that can actually support you. But you know what? You don't have to cheat, but you're put in that situation. So it's probably better if you haven't been with somebody for 10 years, 7 years, or 8 years, don't go in there in a relationship. But there's a lot of people that go on the show that are in relationships that are all married and don't cheat. So that's no excuse. I was making an excuse, which was wrong. So we get to, what's going on. So we find out that everybody that's on stage, and so Natalie and Paulie has to go down there and face Johnny and Tony, and they was ready for it. They was prepared for it. And I was like, damn, like they being real, just like, Shane and actually Nelson being real, calling out the hard people. Like they wasn't trying to make it easy. The Young Buck crew, the Lavender Ladies, some of the Lavender Ladies, but the Young Buck crew, they actually called out hard teams. They didn't pick girls and shit like that. They didn't do none of that. What Brian and Kyle did, picking females to go against them and stuff like that, and they still lost. Or picking a male with a female and they still lost. I know Brad is just pissed. Well, Kyle's still a rookie, a real rookie, and he was just worried about getting his cock into females' penises and making a show for himself where he can come back on. He'll be invited to come back on the next season. So that's what he was really focused on. He wasn't focusing on $1 million. I thought he would be, because they're saying that he got teeth implants, he got hair implants, he got cheek implants. They're saying that he got all these physical cosmetics things done to him. You would think he would want the million more than anybody, but nope, didn't happen that way. So right now, TJ lets everybody know that standing up there, which is, Sylvia and Gosh, and, Cara and Marie, and also, Hunter and Ashley, that they are going to the finals. They got the ticket to the finals. I was like, yay, the shit is almost over. So we have that situation. So, but I was surprised. This is like the last minute, and this is like, do or die. And Paulie and Natalie chose Bananas and Tony. And so they get in the ring. So it's time for them. So Paulie was like, you know what? I know that I just got to do this, whatever, I voted for them. And the Bananas is just like, he just can't believe that these people are calling him out. So now Bananas is saying that the young people before, if you've been watching the challenge for a long time, when the newer people from different shows come in, the people that were the seniors, were the super dupers, or the OG, nobody wanted to go against them. But now it's a whole new generation, and they've been calling out Johnny for the longest. So we get that situation under wraps. And so now it's time for the challenge at Armageddon. And it's an eating challenge. And I thought like you thought, my peoples, we thought that, guess what? It's an eating challenge. Tony got this because Tony killed it last. He did 2 challenges back to back, or 3 challenges back to back eating food, but it was nasty, thick, disgusting milk. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a challenge that I would have to forfeit. I wouldn't be able to do for $1 million because I hate milk as it is. I don't drink milk. I drink almond milk, and I drink tea and herbs for my bones and plants and shit like that. You would never find me eating no milk. Never eating no milk, drinking any milk. Oh my God. And it was thick and nasty. They should have, oh my God, that was so, and it was so thick. It was all on their beards and their faces. I was like, oh, and I couldn't believe that I did believe that, Natalie wasn't going to eat. Natalie wasn't going to eat. So it was milk and cookies, Bernie Mac, milk and cookies, baby. So it was milk and cookies, big ass cookies, and tons of glasses of milk. Looked disgusting. And then whoever chose to eat, which was going to be Tony and Paulie eating, and then your partner, which was Bananas and, Natalie had to have their arms up like this, up to the sky, and with a rope tied around it, holding like a barrel full of this nasty milk. And if your arms go down from being up, guess what happens? That nasty ass milk goes on you, and then it's a done deal. So we have that situation. So now they have to have their arms tied up to the sky, tied up to the heavens, going straight up. And they can't drop it. So hopefully everybody was assuming that they was gonna drop their arms before it was time to, before like the guys are drinking that nasty ass milk and eating the cookies. And so Tony and Paulie finished the milk and the cookies, and then now the challenge moved on to who can actually hold their arms up the longest, which is Bananas and Natalie, and they went for like 5 hours, 5 hours and a half, almost 6 hours. And you know what? Banana said, I didn't want some Venezuela beating me. I don't know if that was a racist tone or not, or he was just saying, I don't want her to beat me, some desperate. And so, you know, I don't know, Natalie tuned out, like she beasted out. She did beast mode, and she stood there and she was so patient, so calm. And I couldn't believe that Johnny Bananas dropped his arm. He couldn't do it. He's older. He's an older guy too as well. And plus he feels defeated too as well, because it's like every time you turn around, people, they started late, but they started calling him out, and they started to, you know, want to challenge him, wanted to go up against him, and being called out. And that's not, it takes a long time for that to happen with Bananas, and it did happen. And he dropped his arms and he lost. He went home, and they didn't say go. Tony and Bananas didn't say goodbye to nobody, didn't hug nobody. They just bounced. It was just like, damn, Johnny back was hurt, and it was like, shit, man. So Natalie won. It was just so crazy. She won. So who's the next target? I don't think I think Paulie and actually, you know, Paulie, Cara, and Marie, and Natalie are probably going to team up together to go against, you know, Sylvia, Gosh, and Hunter, and, you know, Ashley. And so we'll see what happens with that situation. So I think Hunter, Ashley, Gosh, and Sylvia, they're already team up. They're all team Young Buck. They're already team, you know, Lavender Ladies. So now people are going to team up. Or there's no more teams, because it's the finale. It's time for the final challenge. And so with the final challenge, guess what? You get to choose whether your partner whether you split the million or keep it to yourself. OMG, who is going to come through in this challenge? I'm thinking Sylvia and Gosh, Paulie and Natalie are going to do really good. But Cara can actually win a final, but her partner's Marie. And that's going to leave her out there. And when it comes to Sylvia and Gosh, are they going to, you know, choose the $1 million themselves or split it? When it comes to Hunter and Ashley, so basically how you decide to be the winner of the challenge, of the whole challenge, is they're going to add up all your scores and the final challenge, and whoever has the highest score, the lowest time, and competing all of the different, you know, obstacles, that person and their partner. Now that person that has the best time get picked whether they share the money or not. So I wonder if they're going to be parts of these obstacles in the final challenge that they're going to need to help each other. Each team's going to need to have a partner with another team too as well. So what do you think is going to happen? Like, yo, is somebody going to do what Johnny Bananas did? But I think the way that Johnny Bananas is getting played and how he took the money, I wonder if somebody else is ready to do that, or they're actually going to share. I think Paulie would share the money if Natalie wins. I don't know if Natalie will share the money, but I think if she did win, she would share the money, because we have seen interviews with, you know, Paulie, Cara, and Natalie. So we know them three are going. Paulie and Natalie, if one of them win the final challenge, they're going to share the money. It's Ashley and Hunter. Hunter could say, you know what, I'm keeping the money because you was an effed up partner, but I don't think Hunter wants to be looked at as a no shit guy, so he's going to share the money. And Ashley, I think she's just going to share the money. It all depends on what kind of mood she's in. And then we come to Gosh and Sylvia. I think they're both going to share the money. with each other. But it's going to be crazy. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you guys think is going to win? I'll say I'm going to put it in between Natalie, Paulie, and Gosh and Sylvia, just because I should put Cara in there because Cara can win. It's just her partner is Marie. And I would say Hunter is really good, but his partner is Ashley. It all depends on her mood swings, whether they win or not. Peace. I'm out. One love.